Just like people, dogs can feel unhappy. The tricky part is that we often overlook these feelings, assuming they're just tired or bored. In reality, dogs can experience emotional lows just like we do, and we might not always notice. In fact, a study from the United Kingdom found that nearly 3/4 of dogs show signs of sadness or anxiety, but only 1/3 of their owners actually pick up on it. In this video, I'm going to explain the 10 habits that can signal your dog is feeling unhappy. So pay close attention and see if any of these apply to your furry friend, because by spotting these signs, you can start improving your dog's life today. 1. Hides frequently. Dogs are naturally social creatures, so when they start withdrawing or hiding, it's often a sign that something's wrong. If you notice your dog sneaking away to hide in unusual places around the house, like under the bed, behind furniture, or inside closets, it's time to take note. This behavior isn't typical and could mean they're feeling uncomfortable or anxious. There could be a variety of reasons behind this hiding behavior. It might be something as simple as a change in your household routine, maybe a new pet or a sudden shift in your schedule. On the other hand, it could signal a more serious problem, like physical pain or emotional distress. Dogs may also hide when they're scared, anxious, or even angry. The key here is understanding that your dog isn't just trying to be alone. They're likely trying to communicate that they're uncomfortable or feeling insecure. If your dog starts hiding frequently, it's worth taking a closer look at what might be causing them stress or discomfort. 2. Changes in sleep patterns. Dogs usually sleep between 12 and 14 hours a day, and while that sounds like a lot, it's their normal rhythm. But if you notice your dog suddenly sleeping way more than usual, or struggling to sleep at all, that's a big red flag. A noticeable change in sleep patterns, whether they're restless at night or acting super sluggish during the day, can be a clear sign of distress. Has your dog started tossing and turning more often at night? Do they seem extra tired during the day? These could be signs that something is disturbing their rest, and it's not just about comfort. To help, make sure your dog has a peaceful, cozy spot to sleep. A comfortable bed and a calm, stress-free environment can make all the difference. Excessive sleeping can be a way for your dog to escape something that's bothering them, like physical pain or even depression. On the other hand, if they're not sleeping enough, it could be a sign of anxiety or physical discomfort. Either way, if you notice these changes, it's a good idea to schedule a vet visit to rule out any underlying health issues. A checkup can help catch any problems that might be affecting your dog's sleep. 3. Disinterest in toys and playtime. If your dog suddenly loses interest in their toys or playtime, this could be a clear signal that something's wrong emotionally. Play is a natural and important outlet for dogs. It's how they burn energy and express happiness. So, when a dog stops caring about their toys or doesn't want to play with you, it's often because they're feeling down or stressed out. As dogs age, a slight drop in enthusiasm for play is normal. But if your once playful pup now ignores their favorite toys, especially if they used to get excited about them, it's important to pay attention. You can try spicing things up by introducing new toys or changing the type of games you play with them. This might help reignite their interest and show if they're simply bored with the same routine or if it's something more serious. However, if you switch things up and they still aren't interested, it's time to dig deeper. The loss of interest in play could point to a physical issue, or it might be a sign that your dog is dealing with deeper feelings of sadness or anxiety. 4. Low emotion or enthusiasm. It's not just toys and playtime. When a dog is feeling unhappy, you'll notice a drop in their enthusiasm for other everyday activities as well. If your dog isn't as excited about going for walks, playing with other dogs, or greeting you at the door, they might be struggling emotionally. Dogs usually show their happiness and excitement in obvious ways, like wagging their tails, jumping up to greet you, and eagerly anticipating walks or playtime. So, if your dog seems less interested in these activities, or just doesn't have the same energy for them, it's a good idea to take note. When they no longer get up to greet you or seem reluctant to go on their usual walk, it could be a sign that something's off. This change in behavior could be a result of unhappiness, stress, or even depression. Dogs naturally crave companionship and activity, so when they lose interest in the things they used to love, it's a signal that they're not feeling their best. Try gradually reintroducing activities they once enjoyed, keeping it light and fun. Pay close attention to how they respond. If their lack of enthusiasm continues, don't hesitate to consult with a vet or dog behavior expert for guidance. Found this video helpful? Join our learning squad by subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. It supports our channel and keeps you updated with all our latest educational videos. 5. Change in appetite. If your dog suddenly starts eating way less or, on the flip side, begins eating more than usual, it's time to pay attention. Changes in their eating habits are often a reflection of their emotional state. Just like humans, dogs can lose their appetite when they're feeling down, while others may turn to food for comfort and overeat. Keep an eye on whether your dog is leaving food behind in their bowl or seems more eager to eat than normal. The important thing here is to figure out if this change is temporary, maybe related to something like a small routine shift, or if it's becoming a regular pattern. If it's more than just a one-off, it's essential not only to adjust their diet to ensure they're still getting all the nutrients they need, but also to get to the root of the problem. Sometimes, simply changing the environment where your dog eats can make a big difference. Create a calm, stress-free space for them to eat and see if that helps. But if the appetite changes persist, it's definitely a good idea to schedule a visit with the vet to rule out any underlying health concerns and get a thorough checkup. 6. Displays destructive behavior. Finding your dog has chewed up the couch or shredded your favorite pair of shoes can be incredibly frustrating. But before getting too upset, it's important to understand that this destructive behavior might be a sign that your dog is struggling emotionally. Excessive destruction can often point to feelings of anxiety, stress, or even extreme boredom. To help curb this kind of behavior, the first thing you'll want to do is make sure your dog has plenty of appropriate toys to chew on. This can redirect their urge to bite or tear things towards something more suitable, and save your furniture in the process. But toys alone aren't always enough. Dogs need plenty of physical and mental stimulation throughout the day to keep their energy levels in check and their stress down. Make time for activities like playing fetch, running around the yard, or engaging them with puzzle toys or interactive games that challenge their minds. Another thing to watch for is when the destructive behavior happens. Does your dog only destroy things when they're left alone? If that's the case, they might be dealing with separation anxiety. In this situation, it's important to slowly train them to feel more comfortable being on their own. Gradually increasing the time they spend alone and using positive reinforcement when they remain calm can help them understand that being alone isn't scary. 7. Displays aggressive behavior. When a normally calm and friendly dog suddenly starts showing signs of aggression, like barking, growling, or even biting, it's a sign that something more serious is going on. Believe it or not, depression or emotional distress can sometimes trigger this kind of behavioral change. There are different types of aggression that dogs can display: territorial aggression, fear-based aggression, possessive behavior, or even social aggression. Understanding what's behind the aggression is the key to addressing it properly. Identifying the specific triggers, whether it's certain people, other animals, or specific situations, can help you modify your dog's environment or routine to reduce these aggressive outbursts. For example, if your dog is showing fear-based aggression, they may need a more predictable, safe environment to help them feel less threatened. If the aggression is territorial, it may help to create boundaries and train them to feel more secure in their space. Managing aggression requires a lot of patience and empathy. It's critical to keep everyone safe, both you and your dog. Strategies like desensitization and counter-conditioning can be really effective in helping to reduce your dog's aggressive responses over time. And don't hesitate to reach out for professional help. A canine behaviorist or trainer with experience in aggression can make a huge difference, helping your dog return to a more balanced and happy state. 8. Avoids eye contact. A happy, secure dog will look at you with a relaxed gaze, but a dog that feels stressed, vulnerable, or scared may actively avoid eye contact. This can be a subtle yet important sign of how they're feeling. To improve the situation, focus on creating a calm, safe environment for your dog. Use positive reinforcements like treats or gentle praise when they do make eye contact, even if it's just for a moment. Over time, this helps boost their confidence and strengthens the bond between you. Remember, patience is key. Building trust takes time, but it's worth it to help your dog feel comfortable and secure when looking at you. 9. Tail in a low position. A dog's tail is like a barometer for their emotions. When it's held low, it often means they're feeling insecure, anxious, or even submissive, especially in unfamiliar or stressful situations, like meeting new dogs or being in a new environment. This tail position is their way of expressing discomfort. Pay attention to whether this is a temporary reaction or a more consistent pattern. If your dog's tail remains low over time, they may need extra reassurance from you. A dog that feels safe and supported will usually carry their tail higher, showing more relaxed and confident behavior. However, if the low tail persists, especially with other signs of distress, it's a good idea to consult with a vet to rule out any underlying health issues. 10. Excessive licking of fur. Grooming is a normal behavior in dogs, but if it becomes obsessive, it might be a sign that something's wrong. Excessive licking can be your dog's way of trying to soothe themselves in response to stress, anxiety, or even a skin issue like an allergy. If you notice your dog constantly licking their paws or biting at their fur to the point of causing irritation or sores, it's time to take action. Start by checking their skin for any signs of infection, irritation, or pests like fleas or ticks. Also, make sure your dog is getting enough physical and mental stimulation throughout the day. Boredom can lead to compulsive behaviors like licking. If the licking persists despite your efforts, a trip to the vet is essential to rule out medical causes and get advice on managing the behavior. Now that we've covered the 10 habits of unhappy dogs, I'm sure you're eager to learn even more about your furry friend. Check out the next video popping up on the screen, where I dive into even more fascinating dog behaviors. Just tap on the image, and let's keep exploring how to make your dog's life the best it can be.